song that's going to be on the next record. It's also on the Share Project right now. It's actually the first song I recorded for the Share Project. But it's going to be on the Some Days record. I grew up in this little village called Sloan, New York, which is bordered by the city of Buffalo on its west side and a town called Cheektowaga on its north, south, and east sides. Railroad tracks on the north and south. And when I was a boy, about 14 years old, I used to cross the bridge over the railroad tracks and go to the mall. And I'd meet my friends at the arcade, and we'd spend a little time playing video games. And then after we got done doing that, we'd head over to the roller rink behind the mall. And on our way to the roller rink, we'd make a stop at the liquor store that was next to the supermarket, and we'd hang out in front of there and pool our money together to see if we could get somebody who was old enough and willing enough to buy us bottles of Boone's Farm Country wine. And then we'd get our bottles of wine and go in a field behind the roller rink, and we'd drink our bottles of wine. And then life would get really interesting. We'd attempt to roller skate. A bottle of Boone's Farm wine was all the courage a 14-year-old boy needed to ask a cute girl if she wanted to couple skate. And sometimes you get lucky and get a nice couple skate with a nice, cute girl. And sometimes if you got really lucky, you'd come home with a little slip of paper with a phone number on it and a name. And on a Friday night, I might wander down to the gas station on Broadway and take a pocket full of change with me and call one of these girls, often met by the voice of an angry father asking, "Who the hell is this?" And I'd hang up in fear. Sometimes the girl would get on the phone and tell me that she had a great time couple skating with me and hanging out with me at the roller rink, but she already had a boyfriend. And my 14-year-old heart would get a little crack in it right there. Ah, all those Friday nights underneath the Texaco Sign. Friday night underneath the Texaco Sign, had your number in my hand and a pocket full of dimes. I could feel my heart racing as my finger touched the dial. On that Friday night underneath the Texaco Sign, Friday night underneath the Texaco Sign, I thought I found true love in that telephone line. Was it me who was talking or the Boone's Farm wine? On that Friday night underneath the Texaco Sign, I used to meet you just before dark in the shadow of the hill of Griffith Street Park, or at the roller rink behind the mall, out in the tall, tall grass that always broke our fall. Friday night underneath the Texaco Sign, I pledged a love so strong that it would be undying. I never saw the heartbreak with which I would collide. On that Friday night underneath the Texaco Sign, Friday night underneath the Texaco sign. There's a train in the distance, I can hear it crying. Or is it just my heart longing for those times? All those Friday nights underneath the Texaco sign. All those Friday nights underneath the Texaco sign. Texaco sign. Texaco sign. Texaco sign. Texaco sign. Thank you. Thank you very much.